Alright, this is a demo of my Walnut Diamondback build. It is a Warmoth body, Walnut Warmoth body. This one has a hardtail. It's got string ferrules on the back. It came with some sort of finish on it, but it was kind of weird. Like there were some areas that looked like it had a finish and some areas it didn't. So I kind of sanded it smooth and put some tung oil over the top just to kind of give it an even finish. And I think it turned out really nice, actually. I really like how the finish turned out on it. The neck is a Warmoth neck also. It's got block inlays. It's a boat neck. It's made out of mahogany. It's a really, really chunky neck. Clusen tuners. And, oh yeah, it's bolt on. So this one's got the custom Soundgarden neck plate, 4th of July comic, if you've seen that picture before, because I was inspired by 4th of July. And for this one, because the neck or the body is normal thickness back here, I put the strap button right here on top of where the neck mounts. Should be totally fine for getting a strap on there. And I didn't want to drill through this custom plate, and I also didn't want to try to fiddle with putting it on the back of the horn or this upper thin spot here. Just seemed like you're asking for problems. One of the unique things about this body is that the bridge pickup is angled and that it is only a single pickup and a single knob body. Yeah, I think it actually sounds really cool. This is also a Duncan Distortion bridge pickup. I got this in trade. I forget what I traded them for, but they traded me like, it was on Offset Guitars. They traded me a pickup and a bunch of pedals that I still haven't tried out yet, and some sort of preamp that I haven't tried out yet that's supposed to be really good. I don't really use preamps. I just go straight into the quad reverb with my pedals. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing out. I just haven't fiddled with them. They're just sitting over in a stack on my desk. But yeah, SG style shape, as well as kind of looks, other than the Fender headstock, but I don't mind the kind of mutt look, especially since it has the hardtail Fender bridge. It feels like it's brighter than my other one, even though they have the same pickups essentially. You'll be able to hear what I mean, but yeah, this neck is massive. It's like a baseball bat. I think they call it their boat neck, if I remember right. Anyway, let's go through the single pickup, bridge pickup, and I'll use some of my distortions too, but I'll turn the mic off so I don't overload it. One thing I noticed about a boat neck, which I used to hate them actually, I tend to like kind of thinner C's or thinner D shaped necks. But because I tend to put my thumb, let's see if I can show it. Yeah, so I tend to put my kind of thumb over the low E. Some people do. It's a bad habit. You're supposed to keep it along the back, but I usually rest my thumb on the back of the neck like that. Because it's bigger and my hands are so big, it makes it so I don't tend to hit that low E string as often when I'm playing. Because a lot of the other guitars, it's like my thumb's all the way over here because there's such less amount of wood that kind of happens. I'll go through my Black Mass Rat pedal, my favorite Rat pedal, and I've got a lot of different Rat variations. And then my Gasoline pedal, which is kind of one of my new pedals that I've been enjoying. That's sort of like a Mesa Boogie in a pedal. So you can hear kind of how those sound with this single pickup. Both kind of different pedals, but both give you interesting sounds. So yeah, cool guitar. Definitely plays really well. Really big neck. I know I've said that a few times. It will not have neck dive. It's a walnut body. It is not a featherweight body. It is a heavy body. Although it does have the full cavity routed out. It's just only got the single knob. Electro socket jack cups on both of these ones with, I believe, I always use those kind of pure tone mono jacks where it's got the double kind of clip in to hold the jack in really solid. I pretty much always try to go for those if I can, because I like how solid the jacks stays in the guitar. You don't have to worry about it being loose or wiggling around and making static or whatever. Sometimes a loose jack can wiggle around and then you get kind of crackling and noise when you move the guitar around, but these are you have to pull pretty hard to get the cord out of the jack. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with this one, 4th of July. I even the name, Fallout on the headstock is from the song, and there's some lyrics under there, and then the Soundgarden imagery on the headstock too that I put on there custom for it. The circle, I think they call it their circle of power. I don't remember, but anyway, something kind of fun about a single pickup guitar. Lots of people say it. When you only have one pickup and one volume knob, then you don't have a lot to fiddle with. I mean, you can play in different places, like you can play in different parts, like closer to the neck and further away, to get slightly different sounds. You can use EQ pedals. You can use, your distortion pedals can have different tone settings, but really it's more about how you play and less about fiddling with which position the toggle's in and your tone pot settings and all that. It makes it kind of just straightforward play. Don't worry about any of that other stuff, which can be kind of fun sometimes, versus like a Jaguar or a Marauder where you've got 12 or 13 different switches that you can fiddle around with, and you get stuck kind of fiddling around with the guitar instead of just playing it. I mean, different strokes for different folks. Different people like different stuff. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed getting to hear how this guitar turned out. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I haven't tried them with a strap yet, but I will. I tend to sit and play most of the time anyways, but it's not neck heavy. I know that for sure. Neither of them are, because they want to tilt towards me. Like, they're not trying to fall off my lap the other direction. They're definitely solid enough where I don't have to worry about the neck dive like a SG, in case you've never played an SG before. A lot of the times, because SG bodies are really thin compared to a Les Paul, compared to Fender stuff. I think they're closer to, if I remember right, an inch and a half thick instead of 1 3/4 inches. Les Pauls are even thicker than that, but Fenders are normally 1.75 inches thick. These Warmoth bodies are more like Fender thickness, so they're a thicker body than a standard SG would be, which gives it more weight, which helps with the nosedive. Also, these are the Diamondbacks are full scale. They're not they're not Gibson scale. They're not 24 3/4. They're 25.5 inch scale length. So you get a little bit more space between the pickups if you have two pickups, and you get the bridge a little bit further back than you would on a Gibson. There's a couple Gibsons that are 25.5 scale, but their norm is 24 3/4, I believe, scale. Anyway, that's enough, I guess, guitar nerding for probably most people if you made it this far. I hope you enjoyed getting to see and hear how this guitar turned out.